big bowl for us tonight. Many thanks, Haley. Now I want to bring in legal analyst Chris Melcher, who's been following this case closely for us. Chris, another attorney we had on the show said that Hunter Biden and his defense got a sweet deal, which is likely what you'd want as a defendant, right? But given that the judge deferred her decision today, was the deal a little too sweet?
Well, it might have been. There's questions about it that all of us as taxpayers should have. I mean, we're told that if we don't accurately report our income on our tax returns, that there can be severe consequences. And here, Hunter Biden admitted that the failure to report income resulted in over $2 million in taxes, penalties, and interest that he's had now to pay. So this is a substantial underreporting or falsity in his tax return that you would ordinarily think would land somebody in jail or have harsh consequences beyond just paying the taxes that were due. So I think that we all should have questions about that. And certainly the judge was inquiring about, why is this sentence here? And along with these other questions about potentially immunity from further prosecutions or crimes that aren't even being charged presently.
Yeah. The judge said she had, quote, serious concerns about the deal as it was. It was atypical, she said. One thing that came up was the scope of immunity for Hunter Biden and his business dealings. Can you break this down for us? What's the judge looking for here?
Well, ultimately, the judge makes sure that the agreement is well understood by both parties and there's a meeting of the minds. And so one of the questions was on the level of immunity from other prosecutions. So certainly taking a plea to the gun and two tax charges would prevent further prosecution for those crimes. But the judge was saying, what about other crimes? Because there's some ambiguous language there. And the counsel couldn't agree on what other charges could potentially be brought and whether there would be immunity there. So that's what ultimately led to the breakdown of this. They have to go back and agree on what he's immune from and what he's not immune from.
Yeah. This deal had been in the works for weeks. Now that the judge has delayed her decision, what happens next? And how long might it take for something like this to get resolved?
Well, they're going to come back to court. I mean, it's probably going to be at least 30 days or more until this is sorted out. Hopefully, the two sides will come to a consensus or agreement on what this deal is and what other investigations are out there that are not going to be part of this plea bargain. And then ultimately, the court has the final say as to whether to approve this deal or not. But ordinarily, when the defense and the prosecution are in agreement on the outcome of the case, the judge will sign off on it.
Yeah. Legal analyst Chris Melcher, many thanks for joining us. Coming up, the man wants